I would imagine that the fruition of the 130-year-old Fairfield legacy lies in part on the premise of helping other people. The elder son was so outdone by his father's perceived favoritism of the younger brother that he began to walk down the brother's resume of wrongdoing. God's prescription for your continued progress is to persevere in pulling people up instead of putting people down. And anytime you feel the urge to point the finger at somebody else's problems, you ought to install a Jesus jump drive into your heart that reminds you that it could have been me. Huh? Conviction will remind you that it should have been me. Belle Biv DeVoe back in the day said, I thought it was me. Because not everybody has the right to put you back where God delivered you from. It's funny how some folk want to forget their past but try to forecast your future. Interesting how many want to be a Facebook fortune teller and an Instagram apostle but refuse to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and visit the poor. There ought to be more ministries that follow the Fairfield church formula founded by Christ of serving the least, giving more to the less, resurrecting the lost, and reclaiming the left out. It may hurt to sometimes hear about another's accolades, but sometimes you got to walk in where God puts you. It's no coincidence that the elder brother was older, and certainly we can understand his frustration. But sometimes when you're the elder, you need to act your age. Am I right about it? He was older in age, but he could have acted older in understanding, older in his mind, older in spirit, older in heart, because sometimes when you're the elder, you got to learn how to take one for the team. Huh? And the more we understand that, the more it'll make sense that sometimes you have to forego your fame for somebody else's future. While it may seem like your work in the field is taken for granted, just remember you got a heaven-bound 401k plan that accrues interest when you work for the Almighty. It yields a return for heavenly retirement. And the biggest dividend is when God tells you, well done, thy good and faithful servant.